Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Wednesday, January the 15th. So, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, and more importantly, happy CPI day. And let's take a look at what happened in the market day. Really crazy day today. If you were not watching, let me take this down. This is the NASDAQ, and that's the rut. But we'll start with the S&P. And as you can see, what in the world happened right there? That was CPI, and which is our inflation gauge, basically. Chop, 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 chop all night long. The light gray is overnight session. The black is the cash session during the day. So before the open, we got CPI, big pop, and as you can see, this red line is a fire line, a voodoo fire line. Came back down, touched it, hit, held, came back down again, touched, hit, held, came back up all the way. I had an alert here, and it triggered to 6,000. Now this is ES, not the SPX, but very similar. We went to 6001.25 and then faded back down. And this is giving us a lot of hope because, for more upside on the bullish side because of what we've been going through in the last couple of weeks. So let's back up one step here and look today, not 2 year, today. Okay, 2 days. And we had this same thing. This was PPI, Producer Price Index, that was reported yesterday morning, right there before the open. Big spike up, and then we just gave it back all day long here, and just, crazy day. So straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Makes it really tough to trade this stuff intraday, unless you're very quick and nimble and you're like truly day trading and you're trading futures and stuff like that, which we do. But again, it makes it pretty tough. So let's back out on a 20-day chart. This will give you an idea of what we've been seeing. And right here, this is interesting. If you notice that faint red line right there all the way down, that is December 31st. So this is 2024 and this is 2025. So this is what killed the Santa rally. I even did a video and I said Bad Santa was the name of the video I did when that happened, and I said, well, that's it. The Santa rally's toast, and it did not work this year. Normally that does. I'm sorry. This is the new year there. Sorry, that's the futures rollover. Sorry, that's 2020. That little white line right there is when you go into January. So, the Santa rally got crushed, and no, it's going to happen. No, it didn't. It failed right all the way into the end of the year here. So anyway, so we started out a little strong, flush down, a little strong, flush down. Just can't get anything going in today. We've gotten back above our fire line here, which is a good place to be. And now we have hope that we can go up here. So should we get all bullish and, go out and buy everything? Not so fast. Let's take a look at this. Let's go on a 1 year chart here. And when you look at this is it's just a series of lower lows and lower highs. So sell off, rally, sell off, rally, sell off, rally. Unless we can break here and go higher, which we may be able to, this downward trend probably continues. Now, I am super light on trades in the indexes and things like that. I'm normally very heavy, honestly, but on trading the indexes, S&P, NASDAQ, stuff like that. But I'm pretty light right now because, again, we don't know if this is, are we at this point, when it did it this time, lower lows, lower highs, and you get that pop up above it, and then you fade back down. So we might pop up above it, and everybody thinks, okay, the coast is clear, and then we fade down lower, to maybe this level or this line or this, that type thing. I don't know. Now, the chart makes me believe that that's very likely, right? if we switch over, and we'll switch to the SPX, and I'll show you here. In a matter of fact, I'll clean this up even more. As you can see, same thing. So this is SPX, same thing. I mean, this is it's a pretty clear pattern, right? Every time that happens and you get this channeling, at some point it'll turn and break, right, up to the upside or to the downside, one or the other. It's still yet to be determined where we're going to go. That little yellow line, amber line, that's a 50-day moving average. We're just below it. We need to get above that. Again, we could break above it and then fail and come back down as well. But here was what I was going to say. The chart tells me that that's very likely, but this time it might be different because don't forget, Monday we have inauguration. Trump goes in office. There's a lot of people on Wall Street and in general that think the market's going to be euphoric and happy, and we're going to rally. All this things are going to happen, deregulation and all that kind of stuff, right? Crypto's great and all that stuff, right? Maybe. Or is it baked in? Everybody knows it, so it's not going to be a surprise, right? The inauguration on Monday, right? But I would say that does tip the scales a little bit on the bullish side. More importantly, we go into Tuesday, we go into earnings season. So we have Netflix, the start of the Mag 7, the big techs will be reporting. Let me pull up my little calendar here. So we'll have Netflix next week, a lot of earnings. We started today with some of the bank earnings. We'll have more bank earnings tomorrow and Friday. Earnings all this week, big earnings here. Tesla reports on the 29th. I believe Microsoft reports on the 29th. I believe Google's on the 30th, and then Apple and Amazon are the following week. Netflix is out in Netflix is out in February, late February, I believe. Anyway, because of all those earnings, I do think the earnings will be good. Because of many reasons. But I think earnings are going to be good. I think that could be what saves us from this thing rolling to the downside. So I think, again, that puts more weight on the bullish side. And I'm not taking a big stance either way. I'm trying to pick honey badgers and things that are kind of resistant to the market and not trading the indexes themselves directly as much, until we get more clarity. And we can trade long or short. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, instead of if I have a portfolio, instead of being I'm never 100% invested, but 80% invested, maybe I'm 30-40 and I'm in and out faster and I have tighter stops and things like that. That's just the way you do it, right? Also, one last thing here, on the 29th, don't forget we have the next Fed meeting, and then on the 31st we have PCE, personal consumption expenditures, which is really what the Fed looks at for their inflation gauge. So a lot of stuff's coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks that can help or hurt us. I think all of the things, if I had to line them all up, I think the vast majority will help us and are bullish. So maybe we do get back up there to that all-time high. But again, we have to take it day by day right now until we get into a more definitive trend, because again, if you've been trading lately or watching this lately, it's every time you step out in front of this, okay, I'm going to get bullish, and you get your head whacked off, okay, I'm going to get bearish, and then you get your head whacked off on the upside, get it on the downside and you get it on the upside, and downside and upside and downside and upside. Again, we're still under some of these moving averages, not bullish, and we could turn lower on some bad news or some event or something like that. But again, I think with what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, most of that should be bullish, and we should continue to go higher. So bottom line, be very careful, be selective on what you're trading, use tight stops, and just watch it a little closer than normal, and keep powder dry for when you do get those flush downs, to do a little buying and maybe take some profit quicker on the gaps up. So that's what's been working, and that's what I've got for us today. So with that, let me wind up. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Come join us at Simpler Trading, where we have a great trading community, always here to help you guys and gals. So let us know if we can help. So thanks for your time. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence. This is one of the best investments that I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me